What would previous generations of Salvationists say to the Salvation Army and to the church today? They'd tell us we've forgotten something vital. Most people think the past is irrelevant to today's challenges, but the Bible teaches that we stand on the shoulders of giants, and their faithfulness still speaks to us. Here's the proof. Hebrews says Abel's faith still speaks, even though he is dead, and that we're surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses. The pioneers of our core, the martyrs of the early church, the faithful servants who came before us. They left us a legacy and a warning. This devotional will help you hear what they're saying. The dead are watching, and they've got something urgent to tell you. In 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 9, Paul quotes scripture saying, "Their good deeds will be remembered forever." But it's more than memory, it's legacy. Every Sunday school teacher who invested in children, every soldier who prayed and gave sacrificially, every officer who served faithfully, their work produced fruit that we're still eating today. The church building you worship in, somebody paid for that. The programs that blessed you, someone sacrificed to create them. The faith that was passed down to you, someone poured out their life so you could receive it. None of it was free. Someone paid. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 4 tells us that Abel's faith still speaks, even though he's dead. The same is true of every believer who's gone before us. Their faithfulness echoes into our generation. But what would they say if they could see us now? Paul told Timothy to fan into flames the spiritual gift God gave you. The writer of Hebrews says we're surrounded by witnesses urging us to run with perseverance the race marked out for us. Every faithful believer who's gone before would tell us this: keep going. Don't give up. Don't settle for comfortable Christianity. In your workplace, where faith feels risky. In your home, where prayer feels routine. In your neighborhood, where witness feels awkward. In your church, where serving feels tiring. They'd say to us, "We gave everything. Don't you dare waste it." They didn't endure persecution, sacrifice comfort, and pour out their lives so that we could play church. They expect more from us, and they're cheering us on. So if they're urging us forward, what's holding us back? Well, here's the uncomfortable truth. Modern church culture often asks, "What can I get?" But the pioneers asked, "What can I give?" Jesus is quoted as saying in Acts chapter 20, verse 35, "It's more blessed to give than to receive." Paul calls us in Philippians to look to others' interests, not just our own. So when you choose a church, do you ask what they offer you or what you can contribute? When you serve, do you calculate what you'll gain? In every area of life, work, family, community, are you a taker or are you a giver? The previous generation would challenge us. We've turned discipleship into a product to consume rather than a life to live. But here's the beautiful part. Hebrews chapter 11, verses 39 to 40 tells us the heroes of faith didn't receive what was promised. Why? Because God had planned something better with us. You're not reading someone else's story. You're writing the next chapter. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 9 says, "We're God's fellow workers. We're co-laborers with those who came before and those who'll come after us." 140 years from now, what will people say about this generation of Salvationists? That we faithfully passed on the torch, or that the fire went out on our watch? The great cloud of witnesses isn't just watching. They're cheering us on. They're warning us not to waste our inheritance. They're urging us to run with perseverance. They gave us a story of sacrifice, of faithfulness, and of fire. Now it's our turn. This week, thank God for 3 people who invested in your faith. Then ask yourself, who am I investing in? What legacy am I leaving? Don't be the generation that let the flame die.